Cheeky, flashy, gallus. Oh, we are here some point in May. That's the best I've got for you. It was April. Then I went away, and now I'm back, and it's May. So I'm going to be telling you all about April 2026 on the little monthly podcast analysis of what I've been up to, pish. Every single one of these has had a different fucking... This is what happens when you don't sit down in front of a microphone for like a week. You just forget how to talk. Jeez, oh, let's have some water from my Madry glass. Ooh la la. Nice water from a Madry glass. This one is going to be different because I have in front of me my 2026 diary. And in it I wrote down everything that I did. So the past ones I've kind of wrote down things as blank topics and used them as discussion starters of, I did this across the month. This time it's going to be me with this little book being like, right, this is what I did on this day, this is what I did on this day. Literally a day-by-day breakdown of April. Will there be Madry? Who knows? There is Madry currently. I'm drinking water from my Madry glass. So there's no Madry today, mate. Anyway, what I get up to? April 1st. And April 1st was a very special day, you see, because released on April 1st for everyone to go and see was the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie. And I was meant to go to see it with Josh White and Sean Land. I kicked off my day with a work-related learning uni video call. That meeting went alright. I also had to do a bit of location recceing. Cutting about the uni being like, right, we can use these locations, etc. Then I was joined by Rory, Bailey and Callum as we began editing our Caden Cross documentary, as it was Caden Cross editing month, essentially. It's pretty much all I did for the first few weeks of this month was edit this bastard movie. So we edit our wee arses off and then I ditch them because I have to go and see Mario. They continued stuck about to have a gab. Josh and Sean both pulled out, which was a shame. So I went myself to go see Super Mario Bros. Galaxy and I waited in the queue for about an hour. The film actually started about an hour after it was advertised too, just because that many children, oh you bastard, wanted to go see it. It was opening day, it was opening screening day, so it's the first time anyone got the chance to see this movie. And I was right there, you know, watching the movie, of which, what's that? Oh yeah, was completely fine. It was alright. Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing more I can really say about this movie other than it was a movie that I have seen with my two eyes. Like, nothing special. But the day after that, probably just... Oh yes, and after that, right, I immediately ceased the Mother's Care car and went to the Airport Players and started filming them ahead of our Airport Players documentary that we basically shot over the month of April. It was a really good shoot. This was our first day actually filming at the Fort Players, and yeah, everyone's really friendly. It looked the part, it came together really well, and me and Callum had a good wee time. That was April 1st. What were they in April 2nd? April 2nd, Mickey came down for Glasgow, and we recorded, count 'em, 6 horror movie reviews for the horror list. We reviewed Scream 7. We reviewed Nerve. We reviewed other things in a different, varied order. And you know what? It was absolutely smashing. It was a really good recording session. 6 podcasts. We did The Housemaid Immaculate, the Sydney Sweeney double bill. It's a bit shite. The Purge as well. And Bring Her Back, a really good fucking film. Also, I watched Bring Her Back on Wednesday night, by the way. That's what I did. Afterwards, we went Smith's, got some scran in there. Went bowling in there. Of which, of course, fucked him. I lost quite hard. That's a wee shame, that, Ryan. Okay. And I took Mickey to Crumbs on this occasion just to showcase what the worst pub in here was. Very drunken night, but very good night. On the 3rd of April, I took Mum for breakfast in the Tudor, of which we discovered that you can get a roll with 2 toppings. Well, started our trend of getting rolls with 2 toppings. That'll be around the theme through the month of April. I got a roll and bacon with slice on it and all. Smashing. Then I went to meet Callum and Costa to talk about the airport players and plan out our shoot in our film, which we did quite well. I also had a gab about the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, really, in Costa. Good time. Then I went home, asked about for a wee bit, and caught Mika later that night in the Black Bull, ready to go see the drama, but we ended up refunding those tickets and stayed out. Went to Rabbi's, went to Smoke and Goat, went to the Shanter, had a conversation in the Shanter, and then just got fucking pissed, essentially. That's pretty much it. I went to Harley's and bumped into Alex, continued drinking, got to like 2 Harleys shut on. He was like, I've got beer in the house. I was like, oh fuck yes. We went back to Mika's flat and continued drinking, then ended up crashing there. Fucking mental night. Great night. On a great morning though, when I had to wake up and Mika's hungover to fucking go to work at bloody 11. I walked in like a fucking zombie and had a bloody 10-hour shift. Literally stone cold zombie. Although the next fucking day, the Sunday, worked all day again. No rest for the weary. Josh and Aaron went to see Mario. I popped by for a wee pre-chat because I had a break at work, and then went out with Josh after the show. Went to the Anchor with his family. Went to Harley's with the Neve conglomerate. Met them and walked Amy home, etc. That was a day and a half, wasn't it? That was the first week of April, man, and it was fucking batshit mental. Which is what you want. That's what you want for a month, especially the start of a month. What I get up to the next week. The next week I've got some grey spots. Meant to be going to see Project Hail Mary on the Monday, but my god, did those tickets getteth refunded if. So myself and Daniel just went on a mad pub crawl about a bunch of pubs in air. Started in the Shanter, and I don't really know where we went, but we refunded tickets and it was an alright Monday, you know. Tuesday, myself and Daniel went up to Glasgow during the day. Very sunny day. Went up to Glasgow, went to the Merchant. Had a good leather in the bus. Nice wee time in the Merchant. Got some scran. Fucked off doing that was still kind of, what do you call it, health scare Ryan on this day. I think this is the last day of health scare. It's always fucking dodgy, man. Then I went to work and went JP at some point in this day. It was a good wee day, man, but it could have been so much more. The next day it was work during the day. It was alright. Just got a busy shift. Tori Gregor were in. Nice sunny day. And then Callum went to the Golden Disc for a spell. Went and to the Smoke and Go after the shoot, but the main beat here was we were shooting our Nick interview. Our Nick interview that we did at the church in the Toon, the Holy Trinity. Filmed the rehearsal and meeting. Spoke to a bunch of the actors, got leather and talking to them, and then interviewed Nick. Solid job done. Thursday it was just work for me. Went to the Chippy with Josh and Aaron. Got the obligatory scran, and then we did the Pissed Takes quiz, which I'd been planning, which was an addition of Pissed Takes that will come out in the future, but this episode we did a pub quiz. This round we did a pub quiz. Friday of the week was a podcast with Rory. I believe we recorded what did we record on this day? X-Men Days of Future Past podcast. We did a mock AEW and WWE draft as well, and we continued editing our Caden film. On Saturday I was working all day and watched Thor Ragnarok, sure. On the Sunday I was working all day and continued editing the Caden documentary. It was quite a tame week, that one, you know. I always like my weeks to have something batshit mental on them, but that one just kinda didn't. That sucks. Ryan, step up your game. That was a shite week. Get back to drinking Madry, bitch. And by Madry I mean water. It's like beer. It's nothing like beer. On the 13th, spent the morning editing the Caden Cross film, and by that I mean doing a lot of fucking editing. for the Caden Cross film. Like, we edited the fuck out of that. Well, I edited the fuck out of that day. And then I went to the dentist. This dentist trip, by the way, man, it was depressing, soul crushing, beats of my fucking life, man. Sat in a waiting room and nobody in it. The horrible new waiting room, then get the dentist, and it was in 2 minutes, and then, because I was so bloody late, half an hour late, they were running half an hour late, realised he was like, "Aye, do you want to do your hygienist thing the new?" I was like, "Oh, fuck yes, I get to do my hygienist thing the new." I'll have to see that. That saved me an entire fucking day in the future, and then I had to get to work with my bastarding essay. An essay of which I totally definitely would finish and submit. Fucking hate writing essays. Really fucking hate writing essays. Tuesday I had a bit of work. Then I went to uni to edit the Caden Cross film, and came home and recorded Piss Takes Holidays edition. Yeah, we rattled off another Piss Takes and we did Holidays. Holidays being a top tier round of Piss Takes. It has actually a Piss Takes Plus to go with it, but it is the lost edition, as the footage is lost to time. The audio exists though, so it will be a Spotify exclusive Piss Takes, the lost footage, or the lost episode. Very good. I never really know how long I'm going to get out of these monthly recaps, but I do like them because it means I can listen back to them. Like, oh man, I did that, and that. What an insane fucking run, Ryan. Well done, you, or whatever nonsense I like to go for in the future. So they aim for about 20-25 minutes, and I think we're on track to make that. Anyway, this got good because on the Wednesday, myself, Josh, and Aaron went up to Glasgow. This was the week that Daniel, Alex, and Connell were in Benidorm. It was a really strong week in comparison to last week. The week before this was a fun class week. The dentist day and uni essay day, good, ticked off a bunch of jobs. The Piss Takes Holidays class. But this, Josh, Aaron and I went up to Glasgow and we did a wee adventure book that I'm sure you'll hear about in a Piss Takes in the future, where we cut about Glasgow going from thing to thing, picking up drink and having pint, and then we went bowling and it was bloody good, and I fucking kicked their bloody candy asses, and we pitched we could go to Rothesay next week on this day in the Citizen. Get home, and on the Thursday wrote the Rachel essay for uni, more of that. Fucking, it's like reflecting on your own work, this one, and I don't know, I think I shithoused that essay to fuck, and I'm not expecting a good grade for any of my essays this year, which is annoying, because like I don't have to do them again, but also I don't give a fuck about writing, man. It's shite. It's shite writing. Went to work at night, edited the Caden film, and did a bit of my Caden portfolio. On the 17th of April, I visited my gran and papa. Had a lovely catch up and blether with them, and then went up to Glasgow for CPW Easter House, ventured through Easter House, went to the Fort Shopping Centre, went to CPW Easter House, watched such banging matches as the Fresh Nas versus Thatcher's Cabinet versus SBX, and Thorin, such banging matches as Hannah Grande versus Raven Creed. Watched Mr. Wanderer beat and shave the head of Caden Cross. Shit. That's a shame, man. And then I watched Nick Justice versus Grado. Saw a stabbing in Glasgow, came up the road. Fuck me, man. Got up nice and early the next day, Saturday the 18th, and it was a wee hot roll to the Tudor with my gran and my mother. Classic, get the bacon on it, get the sausage on it. Oh, absolutely divine. And yeah, then just wasn't doing much that day. Came home, edited the Caden Cross documentary, and got that finished, submitted, portfolio finished and submitted. And top tier a run of achievements. Yeah, Sunday went. That night, of course, was WrestleMania Night 1. So I was at work and went out for a wee pint or two with Josh White. Drove Josh home. WrestleMania Night 1 occurred. Worked Sunday, and then I got Daniel and watched WrestleMania Night 1 with Daniel at my house. Fucking mentally shit but chaotically good show. Fucked off to McDonald's, came back, watched Night 2 live with Daniel. What a run of events. Got to bed at about 4, man. That's how you do a week, man. That is a week with no fucking stops, no fucking time to just breathe. All like ploughing forward. That's the kind of life I fucking love living, man. It's the life where you just fucking look forward and batter on with shite. And then on the Monday, Josh picked me up nice and early, myself, Aaron. Josh, go to Rothesay for the day. Fuck yeah. We had a brilliant day again. You'll hear about it in a piss takes in the not too distant future. I talk about a top area of day, man. That day in Rothesay, stuff of legends. Followed by the Tuesday, went to Rothesay, went to Millport, went to Largs. Just continued doing literally everything. Choosing life, man. Really, just choosing life. You can watch a wee video on the Gallus YouTube about that. You can watch fucking that. You can listen to the podcast when it's eventually released, the piss takes related to it. It won't be released for fucking donkeys, don't you worry. On the Wednesday I edited some, the uni was documentary was submitted at this point. The Wednesday I edited some podcasts. I did myself a solo green and walk to shoot the footage for the green and walk documentary that I'm working on for the Places There I'll Remember series. Haven't got around to editing. I haven't done the voice for yet because my premier's decided to fucking die. I got a fair few bits of editing done before it decided to die, but that was one that I filmed and was like, right, I'll get around to. There's no real rush for this. The other stuff all had like rushes and deadlines on it essentially. And then went into the Twadogs and get Ben to do a meeting about his TV pilot and sign on as its fucking script editor. Aye, no bad, man. No bad indeed. Went to work the next day, then went to the pub with Aaron, Emily, Josh and Daniel. And fae that, decided we're going to Glasgow tomorrow. So we went to Glasgow the next day, Aaron, Emily, Daniel. Went up, a few wee cheeky pints at the beer house, and enjoyed the sun, we went to Citizen, Nando's, Malone's, just all the good stuff, and then came back to Ayr and my family did the Elf Academy game at work, which I ran for them. Again, continuing this really strong week. On the Saturday, Daniel came round and we did my GM for a spell, and that would have been, what would that have been my GM wise? Weeks 10 to 15. So that would have been the Thunder Bastard and Money in the Bank, Ethan Page winning Money in the Bank, Lurch Evans winning the Thunder Bastard, Trent Shaw beating Alistair Black, the main event being tag team titles on the line as Leighton and Leon won the tag belts a mash show. It's a fucking solid wee day, that, man. Then I also went to work for ages, and his mum's birthday dinner we went to Safi's, and Safi's was absolutely out of this world. It was significantly better than it had any right to be. Got a brilliant steak pie, went to Smith's Beer Garden, got Soph, asked if it was Soph, got scared because Henderson was in the beer garden. Then we went to the Smoking Goat, went to Twadogs, went to Harley's, ended up with Daniel and Josh, went home with Daniel that night. Brilliant. On the Sunday I spent most of the day on my computer, just doing computery things, editing for James Brown for the most part. Got a wee rush of anxiety, but went a massive walk with Mika, all about air, and then watched a couple movies to help ease my anxiety that night. That was 4 days left of April, 4 busy, good days. It's a really good month, April. I did a lot, and I achieved a lot creatively going forward, but there's still so much more creatively going forward to do that I can't do because my computer isn't playing ball at the moment. The Monday it was the 25 years of UWS uni music shoot, of which I interviewed like 9 members of the UWS music staff with a big Amira camera. It was absolutely great. It complimented my interview style, and I was elated by the reception I was getting to me as a kind of person for this. I was well chuffed, and then myself, Daniel and Aaron went to Wassels for a blather, meant to be going to see a film, but ended up refunding those tickets, etc. But I had to come home and watch Project Hail Mary. So I came home and watched Project Hail Mary, a pretty good film. Because the next day I got Rory, recorded a Project Hail Mary podcast and a WWE Survivor Series podcast and we had one more that we did. That's going to annoy me, can't remember what it was. What was that other podcast that we recorded? Caden Cross Projects review kind of podcast. Went to work for a spell and then got Josh and Aaron in Wassels, but I was driving, drove them to McDonald's. I was the obligatory driver of this soon. Next day up nice and early for a wee breakfast with mum, some bank admin, some editing of the James Brown shit. Oh, good shit. Really good shit. The Boat Helson episodes are... oh man, he sneezed there. The Boat Helson episodes are really good. And yeah, then went to work, and then Josh came round and we basically planned out the itinerary for our trip, which will kick off the May podcast to London. Down in London, baby, coming soon. And then the Thursday went to the arcade with Sean Lamond, went to see California Scheming with the folk for uni, a completely anti-Scottish piece of shit. Went to Smith's, enjoyed some time in the beer garden there. Went off to do some filming with Callum, some final film and interview Mary at the Airport Players, and then we went to the beach with the uni folks Josh and Aaron to call it the end of the night and the end of April, a beautiful weekend of April. I was driving, wasn't drinking unfortunately, sad about that. April was a really good month, full of wanting to do a lot and doing a fucking lot. So many things I want to do I never did, but it's not important. May, here we fucking go. Let's see what May has to offer. I'm for a good month again. I am for a good month again. Never be scared. Never back down. Never give up. Is that John Cena thing? There was midgets at WrestleMania.